Hello everybody, welcome to another true review. Today I'm bringing you Teslagrad on the Xbox One. It releases tomorrow. No pricing unfortunately as of yet, but it's a really impressive game, to be honest with you. I began playing this in my True's first view video and I was really impressed with it at that time, and my opinion has not changed that much, to be honest with you. It's a really impressive title. Now what you're presented with is you have a quick cutscene which starts the game off where a man is carrying a baby and drops it off with this woman who presumably he knows in some regards, and leaves the child with her. Then time quickly passes, you see the seasons transition in really nice hand-drawn graphics. So several years pass and the child, I would say, grows to maybe about like 10, 11, 12 years old, judging by the looks of the graphic, maybe even younger. And then this man comes at the door. He's a bald-headed, bearded gentleman, and he has loads of what look like Russian forces with him. With a name like Teslagrad, I'm presuming it is set in the Russian area. And the child's adopted mother tells him to run, and that's where you begin and start control of the character. You just run through the streets, jumping over bridges, jumping over rooftops, and finally get to a chapel, where you quickly acquire a pair of gauntlets which let you manipulate electricity and power up certain blocks which slide around the level, or you can even use them as floating platforms as well. And that's really how the game starts off. Very little narrative, so you don't actually know exactly who you are or what you're doing, other than you've got to get away from these people. So you're in this temple and you progress from room to room solving these puzzles, and you acquire more and more abilities as you go along, such as a force field which lets you charge your whole body and lets you float up gravitational wells and cling on to things magnetically. And there's also like a static charge dash which lets you dash through things, dash through bars and very minor walls, and even dash through enemies. And it's kind of like in this Metroidvania kind of feel to it. I hate using that term, but you know what I mean, when you start off with zero abilities and you acquire abilities as you go along, and then you have to backtrack to old areas to go ways you couldn't previously go to because you've got new abilities to help you get past them. But while those games were a very strict graphical style, this one is just beautifully hand-drawn. The graphics are absolutely amazing, from the backgrounds to the characters themselves. The animation's amazing. You have boss battles throughout the game as well. You encounter bosses such as like a giant kind of steam-powered dragon which eats blocks that you have to float up into its mouth, and later on you encounter a giant eagle with a cage, with an open cage at its heart, and you have to dash into it with your static dash and then punch it with your powered gauntlets and then escape from it and dodge a few other things and then repeat the process again. It's just really good, and the graphics are just absolutely awesome on it. Coupled with that as well is a brilliant soundtrack. The soundtrack really fits the mood and the environments of the levels, and it just really gels with the game. One thing I will mention with the sounding though, the sound effects are great as a whole, but strangely the character himself makes very little noise. Usually in a platform game like this, when you jump you actually hear the character jump and hear the character land, but you don't actually feel that in this game. You don't actually hear that in this game, and you don't actually, you get a weird feeling that the character's slightly disconnected from the world, like he isn't actually in the world. But it's only a really minor niggle really, but it always keeps cropping up in the back of my mind. He doesn't make any noise when he lands, or doesn't grunt when he jumps or anything like that. It was just a little bit odd. I'm not sure why there's no sound effect for that, to be honest with you. But other than that very minor niggle, I absolutely love this game to bits. Now, turning to achievements, the achievement list isn't actually published yet, though the achievements are live in the game. Now what that actually means is you can actually unlock achievements, but you can't view the achievement list. I did ask the developer what the achievements were going to be, and they didn't have the list at hand, but the achievements I have unlocked all being completely for getting collectibles, which are hidden scrolls around the levels, which are usually off a beaten track. Like maybe you see like a little exit in a room which you can't reach at the moment, but when you go back with an extra power up and you can get there. But so far they've all been collectible related. I suspect there is going to be some that aren't collectible related, but until the list is published I can't really comment if this is going to be an easy or hard 1000 gamer score for all you achievement hunters out there. But Teslagrad is the kind of game I absolutely love. I love this kind of blueprint that gained fame with like Castlevania and Metroid, where you progress through a environment, picking up new abilities, exploring new areas, and it's just, when it's coupled together with really awesome hand-drawn graphics, which are my favourite kind of graphics, even in this modern era, you still can't beat hand-drawn, cartoony kind of graphics. They're just simply amazing in my opinion. But that coupled that together, this is a really enjoyable game. Now, I've not got pricing as of yet, so I can't really comment on terms of value for money, but there's over 100 screens for you to progress through, and it does really hold your attention and makes you scratch your head on some of the later puzzles of what you've actually got to do. So I really enjoyed this game, and I can't recommend it highly enough. As long as the pricing is reasonable, I'm going to give this a cracking 9 out of 10. Absolutely love this game to bits. I'm going to be playing this quite some more, so I'm not actually quite finished the game in full as of yet, but I wanted to get this review up onto the channel before the game's out, so you can all make an informed decision and get a bit of a better grasp of what the game's actually like. But yeah, really awesome game, and I'm really looking forward to see what else this developer can bring to the Xbox One. As if this game's anything to go by, it's probably a game to look out for, to be honest with you. Absolutely awesome. So thanks for watching the review. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and do remember to follow me on my various social media pages. It does help me build the channel, and I'll catch you on the next review.